Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m. check out. Might give her one foul just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the errands need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a mansion. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. Right. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. They can't take it to 10. Hey.
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Detroit Lions. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Down, 30 base.
They'll run for the first time with Hill. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Second and 3. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
On the ready.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Second and 6. They'll get this one to Galladay. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Watch the shift.
Now back to throw. He finds his target, Fuller. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
Lions, first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So in Raven territory now, here's a first and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. And a promising start as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
Let's go. 18 Gator. Ready?
They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Come on, QB, come on. Check 99. Check 99.
On the ground, this is Johnson. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And that's why the fullback position was created. You just want a big, strong, powerful guy you can hand the ball to and pick up good yardage.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short.
Go. Get it.
They'll try and run for it with Hill. Hill's hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. And maybe that's the perils of being a rookie running back in the NFL. I mean, look, it's not easy to hold on to the ball at any level with these talented guys. But in this league, you can learn a lesson early.
Without a doubt, and what a tough reminder for any running back, especially a rookie. The things you got away with in college probably won't work so well in the NFL.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
We got 4. We got 4. My chance.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, Johnson. And he goes out right around the 39.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. A gain of 6 there on first. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Touchdown, Detroit! Ty Johnson. his first touchdown here of the new campaign as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Elliott good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
14, line 7.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Hey, watch this, watch this.
Big triple.
On 2nd down now, Benjamin, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Yeah.
Now a give, right side. Benjamin looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. Finds the mic. Come on.
49, check 49. Ready?
He'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So on fourth down, they bring on the Michigan man, Matt Wild, to kick it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the... end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. This one complete to Ingram. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be third down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 43. Clinton Diggs there for the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was Swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
And it's third down.
The line to gain is the 33 on third down.
Like 22, like 22.
This time Jackson will throw it. This one complete to Lacey. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down. He may try and run for the... And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. Bust through the tackle, and he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
Here we go. 15 on it. 15 on it. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. 20. Back.
After the interception, here's Jackson towards the end zone for Brown. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Hollywood Marquise Brown as the first half is winding down as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Come on.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
First down, Ravens.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Jackson from the shotgun. He's got it to Ingram, complete. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Jackson and the offense come up 1st and 10, and he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Watch the whip.
Ingram again. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
A gain of 7 yards.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Here we go. Set. Watch the out.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
35-yard attempt.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
And he's got room. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 36 yards. And the Ravens capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Ravens 38, Lions 7.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Zipper.
Hey.
Go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Benjamin. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Here we go. 60 or.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing.
Now. Secret.
They'll go with Hill here on first down. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 17-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. They'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
On 3rd down, Benjamin. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. We these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
It's now 4th down.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. That'll set them back 5. Here's Sam Martin now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. Here's Hill on the return. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and the Lions will take over. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with it.
And now the rookie's free. Past the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. After the penalty, it's Ingram. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Watch out for Hill on the return. A terrific return there, 27 yards all told. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Hill fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Tackle made there by Tony Jefferson.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Hill. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
Come on, fellas.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And his kick is indeed good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up